Okay, so I have lived in Northern Virginia my entire life, and I am going to be completely honest with you on what it is like to live here. Everyone's always talking about the traffic nightmares or crazy high housing costs, and trust me, those are real. But why do thousands of families keep moving here anyways? It's because Nova has things going for it that literally no other state has, and those things directly impact your life for the better. If that got you curious, today I'm going to break down the real Nova experience, the good, the challenging, and why this place has become one of the most desirable regions in all of the United States. And of course, it does have some drawbacks, so let's get into the video. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, right? Northern Virginia has some serious challenges, and if you're thinking about moving here, you need to know right off the bat what you are getting yourself into, and trust me, you are really going to want to know all this stuff. All right, so let's go through some stats that I pulled while researching this video. The average DC area commute time is #1 in the country for longest time, 33.4 minutes. And like I said, that's the longest in the United States, beating out cities like Chicago, New York City, San Francisco, and even Los Angeles. Traffic congestion typically lasts more than 6.5 hours on an average day. I-495, or the Capital Beltway, during rush hour is absolutely brutal. So is Interstate 66. Interstate 95 as well. Routes 50, 60, and 267 can turn a 20-minute drive into an absolute ordeal. Cost of living definitely can get out of control. Listen to this. Arlington County's cost of living is 73% higher than the average Virginia jurisdiction. Fairfax County's median home prices nearly doubled 50% from $550,000 in January of 2021 to $785,000 in May of 2025. We'll see more on that later on in the video. Property taxes, HOA fees, and everyday expenses add up super fast. And yes, trust me, you're going to pay more for groceries, dining, and services compared to most of Virginia. I mean, we've got some great grocery stores. Like, you've got, Wegmans, Harris Teeter, to I don't even know, Giant. There's all kinds of different grocery stores here. One of the things that I actually like to do is shop for the Walmart delivery because it's actually cheaper than most of these grocery stores here in Northern Virginia. Like I said, the cost of living is super high. Now, before you click away and think Nova isn't right for you, let me tell you why people keep moving here despite these realities that I just went over. The benefits genuinely outweigh the drawbacks, and let me prove that to you. Northern Virginia is a great place to live, and I've lived here for 43 years. So obviously you've got the close proximity to Washington, D.C. That's one of the things that I take for granted, right? Like, so many friends come and visit, or people from other countries that I know come and visit, and they're like, man, you are so close to D.C. Do you go in there all the time? And I really don't, because I think maybe I take it for granted, but all the amazing museums, things to do, the monuments, right? And living in Northern Virginia means that you're actually about 15 to 30 minutes away from our nation's capital, and that proximity creates opportunities you just won't find anywhere else. First, we have the Metro access. One of the things that I'll tell you about the Metro here is they keep it super clean and safe. The Washington Metro Area Transit Authority operates 6 color-coded rail lines serving 98 stations across Virginia, Maryland, and DC. The system is one of the busiest heavy rail rapid transit systems in all of the USA, with around 668,000 riders per weekday. And I'm gonna be coming back to that in a minute. The 13 Metro stations serve Fairfax, including Tysons, Reston, and Vienna, Dunloring, Merrifield, and Dulles International Airport. Transit agencies provide around 94 million trips to Northern Virginia in the fiscal year of 2024. And of course, we got to talk about the strategic location benefits. You've got access to world-class museums, theaters, and cultural events, national monuments, and historical sites within 30 minutes. Professional sports teams like the Capitals, Nationals, Wizards, and Commanders now don't plan on having a victory parade every year because our teams are just not that great. But you also have international airport access through Reagan National and Dulles International Airport, networking opportunities with federal agencies and major corporations as well. Speaking of corporations opportunities, let me tell you about the job market here. It's one of the strongest in the entire country. But before I do that, I put together a comprehensive Northern Virginia relocation guide for you guys. It breaks down every major information and gives you insider tips you won't find anywhere else. It's completely free, and honestly, it's the resource I wish existed when I began to help families relocate here. You can grab it at the link in the description below. Let's talk about the rock solid job market, right? So Northern Virginia's economy is phenomenal, and even with the recent federal workforce changes, the numbers tell a powerful story. As of June 2025, total employment approached 4.3 million. That's up nearly 270,000 jobs since 2022. Northern Virginia hosts the world's busiest data center hub, which represents about 13% of global data center capacity and 25% of the United States data center capacity, which is completely crazy. That makes us here in Northern Virginia the undisputed king of the internet. The data center industry creates around 74,000 jobs annually, totaling $5.5 billion in labor income to Virginia's economy. This will tie so good into public transportation. We'll check it out later. Key growth industries include AI and quantum computing, space technology, biotech, and semiconductors and robotics. Major employers like Amazon Web Services, Northrop Grumman, Capital One, Booz Allen Hamilton, and Leidos. Government contractors provide stable employment across multiple sectors. Professional services, consulting, and technology firms cluster throughout the region. Job openings remain high despite the federal workforce reduction. I mean, I've obviously noticed a huge slowdown in people saying they were worried about their federal job here. And just keep in mind, out here in like Prince William and Loudoun, we're 90% non-government workers here, right? So the closer you get in, there will be a higher workforce, but I do think a lot of those layoffs have really slowed down. Here's the reality though. Yes, federal policy changes impacted employment numbers, but Northern Virginia's economy is way more than just government work, and the private sector growth here is insane. Now let's get back to the transportation for a second so you can see how amazing it truly is. One thing that separates Nova from the American suburbs is generally good public transportation. The Washington, D.C. Metro provides safe and reliable transit services. Fiscal year 2025 reached 264 million total trips, including 139 million rail trips and 124 million bus trips. Summer 2025 saw the major infrastructure improvements, including train control systems, rail improvements, new tunnel lighting, and updated signage, as well at many of the stations. The redesigned Metro bus network launched in 2025, prioritizing frequent and consistent service. And you've got plenty of regional transit options as well. OmniRide gives you the best commuter and local bus services in Prince William County, with express buses operating along I-66 and I-95. Express lanes, Arlington Transit, Fairfax Connector, and Alexandria Dash provide local bus services connecting walkable neighborhoods to metro stations and employment areas. The VRE connects to the outer suburbs to DC for commuters, and bike share programs throughout Arlington, Alexandria, and Fairfax. If you go into Arlington and Alexandria, you're going to see a ton of people on e-bikes, regular bikes, and then just walking. Those are definitely really popular walking areas. So you don't really need to drive everywhere, right? And that's pretty rare for suburbs in America. During peak traffic times, taking the metro can save you an hour compared to driving. That's one of the few things that just makes Nova stand out. So let's talk about something that people always ask me about. What's the weather like here? Because yes, Northern Virginia really does have 4 beautiful seasons. So you definitely get to experience all 4 seasons. So we have a humid subtropical climate with distinct seasonal variation, and honestly, it's one of my favorite things about living here. So my absolute favorite time around here is spring, except when it rains a lot, but temperatures go anywhere from 40 to 60 and above, with some nights frost reducing daylight hours increase. Average temperatures range from 55 in March to 73 in May. Beautiful cherry blossoms along the tidal basin in DC. Perfect weather for hiking in Great Falls or Old Town Alexandria. One of the most beautiful things you can do in the springtime is go see the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. It is definitely a sight to see. Just make sure you get there early on a weekday because crowds can get packed there. Now let's talk about the summer here. July averages are around 87 highs and 64 lows. The warmest month is typically July, with the highest record temperature being 104. Yes, it can get super hot here in the D.C. area. Humid conditions, but that's why pools and water parks stay busy, and there is plenty of those. Lake activities, outdoor concerts, and farmer markets definitely thrive in the summer here. Now we gotta talk about the spectacular fall that we get here. We get this amazing foliage with and all the leaves just like burst into color, blanketing the landscape from the Blue Ridge Mountains to suburban neighborhoods. Crisp temperatures are perfect for apple picking and pumpkin patches. Fall festivals throughout Loudoun County's wine country. High school football season brings communities together. I mean, some of these high football games here can get packed. I mean, you're talking almost like 5,000 people at some of these games. It's absolutely insane. Now we gotta talk about the dreaded winter here in Northern Virginia. January averages are around 41 high with 22 degrees low. The coldest month is typically January, with the lowest record temperature being negative 18 degrees. So bring your jackets. Western and southwestern mountain regions have received 16 to 23 inches of snow annually. Snow removal infrastructure keeps roads clear. Proximity to ski resorts in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. Now, if you're someone from the Northeast or like Canada, you're gonna laugh when you come here, because if there's like an inch of snow, people freak out and go run out and get bread and milk everywhere. But usually we don't get hit with too much snow, but if we do, plan on your kids missing a lot of school. Before we talk about crazy numbers, I'll just say the 4-season climate really gives you the chance for year-round activities. Basically, because of our geography, you get the winter without the brutal cold of the Midwest, and summer without the oppressive heat of the deep South. My God, I mean, I can imagine being in Florida in the summer. Speaking of things making Nova unique, let's talk about the education system here and get ready to be impressed. Virginia has the 4th best public school system overall in the United States when it comes to quality of education. Northern Virginia schools lead the state, which is huge. Falls Church Public Schools are #1 ranking in the DC area and #2 statewide with an overall rating of an A+. The district also ranked 7th among the best places to teach and had the best teachers in Virginia. Arlington Public Schools ranked #2 in Virginia with an A+ grade, reporting a 95% graduation rate. In Washington, Liberty High School ranked #3 in Virginia, and Yorktown High School ranked #9, but that's not all, if you can believe it. Fairfax County definitely has some excellence. Fairfax County Public Schools ranked #7 with an A grade on niche.com. Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology was ranked #4 nationally and #1 in Virginia by U.S. News and World Report 2025. Also ranked #5 STEM schools in all of the nation. Langley High School and McLean and Woodson High School in Fairfax also ranked in the state's top 5. Fairfax County public school students averaged 1183 on the SAT for the class of 2025, a lot better than I did, compared to Virginia's 1112 and the global average of 1029. There's some other strong districts, right? Like Loudoun County Public Schools ranked #4 in Virginia with an A grade. Prince William County Schools ranked #14 with an A-, and Alexandria City Schools ranked a B grade from niche.com's rankings. There's plenty of elementary school options as well. Springfield Sangsters Elementary School ranked #2 among Virginia's public elementary schools and the U.S. News and World Report's 2025 rankings. Top-rated elementary schools in Alexandria include Bush Hill Elementary and Waynewood Elementary with strong ratings. And these school ratings directly impact property values, right? Most of my YouTube viewers, when they call me, they're like, hey, where are there good schools at? And I usually point them in the right direction, which is the next topic. And by the way, these become communities where families really want to lay down and put their roots for a long time. Speaking of putting down roots, let's talk about the housing options, right? Northern Virginia has an incredible variety of different price points. I'll walk you through them right now. So Northern Virginia gives you way more housing choices than most metropolitan areas, with the options across multiple counties and price ranges. First, let's do an overview, right? Then I'll go through each county for you. The Northern Virginia housing market showed resilience in September 2025 with 1,351 homes sold, making it a 9.5 increase over last year. Median sale price of $715,000, which was down 1.4% compared to last year. And days on market increased to 28 days, which is up 40% from last year, but 28 days on market is still very low. Prince William County is definitely most affordable. Recent home prices have been around a median of $585,000, up 7.3% year over year. We've got tons of newer developments in Gainesville, Woodbridge, and Bristol. You'll find more spacious properties compared to other inner counties, and you've got strong appreciation potential for sure in Prince William County. That area, I think, is going to keep blowing up and blowing up. Why? Because of all the data centers and less housing developments. Then you've got Arlington County with urban living. Recent median home prices are close to $700,000, down 9% year over year. Single family detached homes average $1.8 million in September, up 23% year over year. Here you've got walkable neighborhoods with metro access, appeal to younger professionals and that city lifestyle seeker. Clarendon, Boston, and Roslyn are also super popular. Then you've got Alexandria with its historic charm. Median home prices here are around $704,000. Old Town waterfront living, a mix of historic homes and modern developments. Delray neighborhood is definitely gaining a lot of opportunity. Then you've got Fairfax County with its balanced options, right? $717,000 was the median home price, which was even from last year. And you've got diverse options, established neighborhoods to newer developments, right? You can go to a neighborhood built in the 60s and then look to your right and there's brand new townhomes. It's actually crazy in Fairfax. But Great Falls, McLean, Reston, Vienna, and Burke are top areas for sure in Fairfax County. Now, Loudoun County's definitely had the highest appreciation. Here, their median price is around $760,000, up 6.3% year over year. And you've got master plan communities like Brambleton, Ashburn, Leesburg, and Sterling, and wine country lifestyle in Western Loudoun. One of my tips is definitely check out Middleburg, Virginia during Christmas. It was named the #1 Hallmark Christmas town in all of the United States. Now you've got tons of housing types, right? We've got condos that go from anywhere from $400,000 to $900,000, with the monthly fees range around $150 to $400. These are ideal for first-time home buyers and those busy professionals wanting low maintenance living. You'll also get amenities like gyms, pools, securities. Townhomes usually range $600,000 to $750,000, but you'll find some over $1 million. I mean, some of these townhomes are bigger than single families, and single family homes usually range from $600,000 all the way up to $1.5 million or more. We've got some major new developments here in the pipeline. One of my favorite is going to be Rivanna at Innovation Station. Represents an entirely new city rising on Loudoun County in 103 acres. This mixed-use community will feature 3,700 residential units, 3.5 million square feet of commercial space, a retail village, parks, trails, and a performing arts venue located at the intersection of the Dallas Toll Road Station and Route 28. It connects directly to Innovation Center at Metro Station. Then the Manassas Mall redevelopment received unanimous approval in June of 2025, adding over 1,000 multifamily residential units and 47,000 square feet of new commercial space over the next 10 to 15 years. Bottom line, the variety here is crazy. You can find everything from historic Old Town Alexandria townhouses to brand new Loudoun County mansions, urban Arlington condos to spacious Prince William County single family homes. So that's my honest review of living here in Northern Virginia. Yes, the traffic is real, and yes, the cost of living is high, but you're getting proximity to DC, one of the strongest job markets in all of America, excellent public transportation, all 4 seasons, top-rated public schools, options across every price point. And here's what usually happens, right? This is always funny. Like, a lot of people will move here because this is such a transient area, and they'll tell me, oh, you know, we're only going to stick around for a few years. And then I usually will sit down and do a consultation with them, and I'll say, I think you and your family would really like this area, or I think you and your family would really like that area. And then a lot of those clients become friends of mine, and they all tell me, man, I am never moving from here. We really love it. Our kids love it. This is a place where we're going to stay forever. And during COVID, we saw a ton of people move to Florida, and guess what? A majority of them moved back. I heard of things from the traffic to low jobs. So keep in mind, I think Northern Virginia is a great place, and we do have the federal government, and of course there's changes, right, all the time like there is now, but in 3 years there's going to be another administration most likely, so who knows where we will be at. But I would assume if the federal government is completely down, we're all screwed anyways, right? So at least we have that, and then of course the big data center industry. So now's your next home. Email me anytime, info@colganteam.com. That's info@colganteam.com, or text me at the number below. Let's talk about your budget, your commute, and what neighborhoods make the most sense for you. And the thing is, I'm not here to sell you a house and that's it. Our approach is really match you with the right area, the right lifestyle, and everything that you can imagine. My team and I have helped hundreds of people from this YouTube channel and our popular Instagram as well. And if you share my perspective on the area and you're thinking about Nova could be the next home for you, you'll want to check out the next video. This is where I show you exactly where I'd search homes if I were moving here today. And don't forget to download our free location guide as well and hit that subscribe button.